kwa suspicious.
You wanna worry?
Yeah. What if it's a ghost like that Chile?
Hey yo, the ghost of Katani.
The ghost of Katani, man.
Hey yo.
Just, but on a serious note, man. Okay, that guy was traumatized.
Yo.
You know, he was traumatized, like really traumatized.
Ghost Rider.
Karibu ampatie the penance stare.
Man. Yo. Inauza hiyo dude inaenda reform. Inaenda nanunua shamba na live.
Wow. Na hata bado uko na deni ya ndugu. Deni ya watu.
Bado naikinda.
Ndugu ni alone.
Sawa. Bishia benki iko. Hata staki pesa yenu nimelipa kaene tu.
Mimi na change road.
Wa change road. Sasa utazipeleka hizo makerea huko.
Ai kwani najua aje ni yangu. Maybe ni ya wenyewe. Maybe ni ya hiyo road. Like she's stuck between
part of your machine.
Part of my machine. What? Nothing like part of my machine. Leave my senke alone. So, wapi? Naipeleka kwa nganga. Let us pray for this. Nampatia 310 yake. Wapi? You should never. Yo cheki. Wote ni affordable.
Bana kila mtu ako na yake.
Ya nganga ni nini?
Nipatie hapo ngiri moja. Hebu kila mtu alete ngiri moja.
Nilihesabu ilifika more than 50k.
Yeah. And people are literally struggling there kumpatia the money.
Mimi nakapea na ruabe hiyo. Nani anapea?
Sasa maskini hizi.
Yo, me I'm saying.
Unataka baraka na unapatia mtu.
And to the listeners, feel free to bite this concept. On a Sunday. Where to anga your whatever gives
makes you
that,
feel good.
Yeah. Make your way to Ruhai. Alafu hiyo junction.
Ingia hapo kwa nganga.
Ingia hapo kwa. Hiyo cha cheke ni tuanze. Ni sawa.
Deliverance.
Evangelist.
Wewe acha.
Something evangelism.
Mambo ya kanisa.
Yeah. Chungulia tu hapo ndani. And just, you know, vibe out.
Because I feel like that guy doesn't even quote the Bible.
Enjoy.
Like I've never seen Nganga
read a Bible.
Like I feel like he just goes up there and just vibes.
He has his own Bible. You know, well, manipulation is the Bible.
Kwa Ngangaology.
Ngangaology chapter 2.
Ni wangapi hapo wako single? Wanaume simama. Ngeni hapa mbele.
Kuna wengine uliona another church they said.
Yeah.
When you wear these African t-shirts that have African mark, you won't get married.
It's over ya Jerusalem, mama.
Oh yeah.
So you buy a Jerusalem?
Yeah. You buy what?
Jerusalem.
Yeah. Like he said.
Pastor nini?
He said you should
wewe kwa hiyo room nyingine nyamaza.
He said you should come with plain t-shirts. That's even men or women who wear t-shirts that have
in that other room.
That higher room.
Yeah.
Ati sijui yeye kuna kaa poa.
Ati nini?
Ai, kuna kaa different.
Wanyamaze. Yes. Wafunge milango.
Yes.
You know?
Yes.
Yeah, don't make us listen to your opinions.
Don't interrupt the session.
You know, this session is on and you interrupt us.
No money.
Could do interrupt. But yeah,
today of interrupting.
Yes. On the Black Kings Frequency today, we get to talk about parents being overly involved in their children's relationships, marriages, sexual lives.
Yes.
You know, like your mother knows when you last got laid. Do you know how embarrassing that is?
Wow.
So let me tell you a story.
Wow.
Okay. Somebody I know.
Wow.
Somebody close to your heart.
No.
Okay.
Fear radio presenters, caution. Fear radio presenters.
No, listen. Just somebody I know.
No, fear. I swear, fear. Ata see radio presenters. Let me tell you, anyone who has sat on the mic and had a debate, fear these people. At a podcast, fear me. Because see.
Somebody I know.
Ata jasema.
Bada, nisha crucify you.
Ama mjui.
You want me to tell stories za watu sijui? You want me to lie?
Lakini ogopa watu usipatiane stories zako hivyo.
You have to entertain.
Check.
Lakini ndo zinafaa tulipo, unajua.
So this friend you know, this person you know.
No, this person I know. Don't promote them to call them friend. Okay? Just somebody I see and somebody I know. So they live in their mother's house.
Are we talking about he or she?
A he.
Huh?
A he?
Yeah, living in his mother's house. Okay. So apparently, no, he's a young boy.
Remind me.
He's a young boy. Yeah. Bam! He's a young boy. Joe be firefighter.
Period.
So this young boy is living in his mother's house, and he's like a really good boy. Okay, doesn't go out drinking, doesn't misbehave. You know, like a good son. So this one time, his friends invite him for a party. Like bash, doing their bash, kwa beshte yetu ile area, right? So akaenda akaambia mamake
nafika hivi
naenda bash nitakama baadaye. Mamake ako like, hey, it's cool, you go, hata utokangi. Akamwambia hadi naenda kunywa. Akamwambia akamwambia it's okay, wewe tu kuja safely na nini na nini. So this young boy goes to the party. Sijui kama he had more than he could handle, ama aliekewa kitu pale. He's all wild. Wakatoka hapo akaingia Kitengela. Hapo hivyo akapatana na mdenge fulani.
Cheki denge.
So akaponwa hadi nguo. Aliamka kwa lojo.
Come on.
Akifukuzwa.
Come on.
Sawa.
Sasa kumeisha.
Akondese amebiwa hadi nguo, hana boxer, hana nini. Okay. Sawa.
Angemwachia joka boxer.
Manze amefukuzwa, ametupwa hapo nje.
Tembea hivi. Nyuma ina shida hapa. Mbona za
ametupwa nje akondese. Kwa hapo hivyo akatafuta mse wa senke.
Akiondese. Lakini pia swalo jori yenu. Hata bedsheet, hata towel.
Sikie, manze anaenda mtaa. Kwa pale hivyo amejifunika tu. Hiyo reflector ya mse wa senke.
Come on, at least bana.
Kwa pale hivyo kifua empty.
Come on.
It's like 6:30 in the morning. Nenda pale hivyo, first person he meets, guess you know. Mama yake.
My son.
Mama yake anamuuliza nini nimefanyika. Mimi sijui tulienda bash, sijui nini nikawachwa. Now the boy is right there, bawling it out. Okay. And the mom has to go to church now. The boy goes to sleep. He's like all sick, puking everywhere. You know, akona hanging. You know, that's a very embarrassing story. But do you feel like this is having a very close relationship with your mother? Because imagine if this boy gets married. How involved will his mother be in his life? As in your, look, the right thing to do if you're a young man and your friends invite you for a party, the right thing to do is to sneak out.
Man, good old days.
You know, that's how you know you're actually a young man. Sneak out.
Trust me.
The young,
good old days, man.
What do you call it?
Yeah, good old days.
Good old days.
Yeah.
You know,
good young days.
Good young days. Unaenda.
Tuko hapa pamoja unajua. That's the funny part. We're here together.
Man. Good times.
Good times. Right. The stress ya ku sneak back in.
Bruh, listen. Kwenda inaga noma. Inaga ngori. Wacha tu igonge saa 8 ndo una realize. God.
Lepa kurudi.
Na kumefungwa.
Lakini kama una sibla akusaidia.
Mimi si wangu. Ushaigonga dirisha kidogo uvunji. Hey yo.
Wallahi.
What?
Maybe my sister used to come over to you medi, man.
Wallahi.
My sister used to come.
Alafu unakumbuka manzi probably your pops or moms is a light sleeper.
Both of them.
You see. So now you have to be extra careful. Like karibu vunje hiyo dirisha but you can't.
Yani zangu zilikuwa mingi. Juzi I was talking to Mom Dukes. Ananikumbusha ingine hata sikuwa nakumbuka. Sasa you do the whole thing ya manguo chini ya. chini ya blanketi kayo umekaokota mbaya. Kwanza mimi hadi nilikuwa naipanga design kayo ni magoti imechukua.
Unachukua socks na
so mimi mazee nilienda sherehe ile donjo. Sherehe kudonjo. Mimi nikazima mali nilikuwa kitu saa 9 nikazima. So nikaa nilikuwa naambia nilikuwa nao nafaa kuishia mtaa. Wakanifanyia sijui aje.
Ukafika mtaa.
Kazima. Wataka nguende.
Mimi buda 7:30. Ndio. Nilikuwa Nikoleka sana, nikarudi kwa shop, nikachukua mkate. Nikarudi, nikajifanya nimeongea na simu, niko serious. Nikaingia na wapita tu. So ilikuwa.
How old were you?
I was in high school. Yeah. Easy holidays now. Yeah. Nilikuwa kwa room naambiwa, hebu kuja. Nilikuwa kwa room na madam Edi. Yo.
Unadanganya nasema kolosa. Kuja. Ati ya busy man on a call.
Nimetoka kuchukua mkate.
Toka jana.
Tunaweza nunua. Tutakwambia provide.
Man,
good time. Alafu mwenye unajua in that moment when in Janja, look, man. This phone call is everything. This bread and this call.
What sold me out, I remember it was after high school. I was really eager to get out. I was like, I can't wait to get out of this house. But I said, before I get out, I want to make my dad. Hata kwa shinda aliajinangu kila siku. So I remember it was 31st. Then the normal culture for in our house of 31st is we used to watch group awards party, of course waiting for the countdown of the new year, mwagilia watu maji ya ugali, whatever, and still and have a good night. That's it. I'm 18. I have 18.
Still
Yeah. Fireworks, bro.
Fireworks.
Welcome to the live. So, I'm 18. I had taken my ID when I was 17.
How?
Connections.
Come on, Chief. We should know people.
Yep, my dad did it very quick. So, by the time namaliza shule nikiwa 18, I'm turning 19. 24. Yeah. I'm supposed to be. Yeah, niko na ID. So 31st. That day, I remember we cooked, tukakula vizuri. My dad, normally for him it was 12 we clock in, we pray, saying, of course, being grateful for the year, how it's been, and hoping for the year to be amazing. So he prayed, then he went to sleep. So I told my stepmom, yeah, shout out to my stepmom too. At some point she was amazing. So I told her, Cheki, me, I want to go out. And the guy I was dating at that time, we had some issues. So we were supposed to meet that night, reconcile the issues. Yeah.
You had to go.
Yeah. So
it's important.
Yeah.
This reconciliation.
You gotta save the
relationship.
Iggy anataka tubonge, so I wanna go. How did I say the name?
Shout out to him.
Anataka tubonge. Sijui how you cover up for me, but ndakuwa nimerudi by imasa flani. So she was like cool, and of course my sister is there. So my stepmom and my sister were the ones I could tell like a lot more than I could tell my dad or anyone else, even my friends. So I told them, you guys cover up for me, ndakuja by pizza. Maybe she had a phone. I bought her katulituli. So like, utachukua simu, usizime, kindly usicheze game ishe moto. Kindly save the batteries, I'll call you. Na ndakupatia kitu asubuhi kikam unifungulie. She's like, cool. The same thing that happened to you. Sami sikuzima. Nikapitia session kwanza, zikashika, nikapatana na mabeshte wa mtaa.
Come on.
Shout to John Saga Club. Ilikuwa imevampiwa yani mioto, yani watu walikuwa na club hiyo siku. So upiga sherehe hapo. Ikafika saa hiyo saa 9 nafaa kurudi. Sijaenda kuona boyfriend. Unajua he was calling me.
Kwani mtoko kaenda session street?
Yeah, session. Of course ningetoka tu mtam kama nenda town nikiwa sober aje. So session nikapatana na mabeste wa mtu ali tujonana in a long time alafu nimemada chuo.
Come on.
Ndio vitu nikushikie bia moja mbili. So went to Kabia 3 for me they were.
Come on.
Hey, I was
when you were young.
Yeah, hey, I was I'm gone. So I remember nilipiga sherehe. Yani this man is calling me. I'm like Sainda mwambie niko wapi. We were supposed to meet. It's 3. I'm supposed to be going back home.
Shout out to all the good men out there.
I'm supposed to be going back home and at the same time
waiting.
I'm supposed
to call gangapi.
Says it count but it's coming because that dude was really committed. So what happened? Nilika club mpaka asubuhi.
Wakaanza kufagia.
Say asubuhi in the middle of bado kukaa kwa club, I saw a friend of my dad, like 2 of them. So unajua napati mtaa, sisi tunapati mbali na mtaa. Makosa kubwa sana. I didn't know, I'm just young of course, niko na hiyo hype.
Umerombo sa DJ.
Nikaonekana na nilikuwa napenda kudance. Wow. Nika spot na watu wawili niko like hawezi kwa watiaje. So I kept quiet. So by the time I'm about to move out of the club, I realized I don't have my phone. The phone was new. So my dad knew I had a phone and it was new. So what sold me out sasa nimerudi. Hiyo ni asubuhi. What I did nili time akakuja akafungua kazi. Nimetoka club 5. Nimetoka club 5. I couldn't pita kwa job yake and I couldn't pass mali watu wa mtaa wataniona because of my dressing code. So I had to find venye chukua nduthi, go to our friends, wait till he leaves. Somewhere mali na job ndamuona akitoka akienda kufungua job ndio mimi niingie. So that's what I did. Kuingia, my stepmom, of course, I'm a jam one because I lied. I'm gonna come back at 3. I didn't. I explained, she understood. Ile hangover inanigonga na ile ulevi bado niko nayo.
Come on.
Siwezi explain. Simi kwa happy, me I'm tense because I don't even have my phone. I don't know how to explain that as much as it's not the one who bought it. So day 1 ikapita, he didn't know anything. I paid my sister, of course, gave my stepmom kakitu. Day 2 he didn't know anything. Day 3 didn't know anything. Day 4 he realizes sina simu. And he knows me. He used to literally complain I'm always on the phone all the time. Uko mteja. Kwa nini uko mteja? Napigia tu mama yako simu ndiye anashika. Yako iko wapi?
Ungesema uliibiwa.
Nimesema tu ilipotea. So after akuuliza story mob. I don't know how he got the phone. So he came back. So wewe unaona umekuwa mkubwa sana kunidanganya simu imepotea. Where were you on 31st at night?
Come on.
Sleeping. Where?
Bare. Lakini hiyo pia.
What?
But if you like after 3 days you get it, si kama yako, unaona? Then also like after 3 days, 4 days ndio anajua umstara kulala kwa nyumba yangu aje na sikujua, najua after siku 3.
Plus hiyo ulisetiwa.
Sasa nilisetiwa.
What?
Yeah.
Mimi yangu nilipata kaa nimekaliwa hapo sitting room.
Unangojewa.
Yeah, like
inataka convention ama inataka aje?
No, it's
what do they call it?
They call it intervention.
Intervention.
Nah, it wasn't that.
Yeah.
It was just my old man and my mom's. So
seated waiting for karma.
So boy from 1 to down.
Mapema sana.
So hey yo,
you gotta do what you gotta do.
Yo. So and I she's a very good woman. When I was in Form 1, my girlfriend was in first year.
Come on.
You get? So mimi niko form. Yeah. You are in. Hey, check. Unaanza kunegotiate na a 14-year-old ama mtu anakujenga. Haraka.
Stand on business.
Yeah. So, and mtu ako first year kona ma form, especially at night. Man, shout out to Lower Kabete, all those areas. Yeah? Wow. Nimeambiwa leo lazima kahape. Niko like cheki. Mzae wako home akasema wewe sneak out I got you.
Nani?
Who did?
Oh.
Sneak out I got you.
I was minding.
Call Big Broski. Akaniambia, yo, do what you gotta do. Mimi ni nani? Nikasema cheki na kaa hapo hivi sana na kaa. Form 1 third term. So
lazima ka happen.
Siku zote.
So there was kuna gate ya mbele na gate ya nyuma. So kabla nitoke nilienda nikapitia baki nikatupa bag fulani
ya kusafisha.
Gate ya nyuma
inaitwa to
go back. Back then I need to go was a thing.
Shout out to go.
To go was in a what trip.
To go was going.
Nikatoka front gate. Mimi naenda sana na kaa. Normal. Nimevaa slip viatu na kila kitu kwa begi.
Wewe ameenda kwenye amevaa.
Bana atoki. Mimi nikaamua cheki, nikaenda hapo nyuma nikachange. Kila kitu nimevaa nikaacha kwako ka bag. Kajua nikikam nitachukua hii bag nidunge alafu nirudi. Chua. Shere. I'm being dropped off. Saa 10.
Come on.
Mimi naenda kucheki bag huko nyuma. Kuna bag.
Wando ulijiseti.
Unataka bag.
Iko nje ya gate. Nimeenda sus
kwa the bushes.
Mbaya.
Lakini nizimeshika ama haikuwa.
Haiko. Sawa. Like nimeenda sus.
Sasa nimeacha tu unazidi.
Hakuna. Kaamua alafu kiza mbele zilikuwa ndani ile bag.
Yenye imeishia.
Yeah. So that is how I had planned to get in.
Tiptoe.
Unge. Alafu uende ukaingilia mlango ya kitchen. Yeah. So we had an SQ. So kuna mdem fulani alikuwa ishi kwa SQ. Nikaenda nikatoka nyuma akanifungulia mlango huko nyuma na kaingia. Mimi nafikiria mimi ni mjanja mbaya. Saa hiyo nimeingilia nyuma.
Mtu anaenda mjanja.
So you
now the thing that I picture most here is when you're now the parent.
Yeah.
Then you see the kid and you're like,
I've been there. What you doing?
What are you doing?
You know, you see a parent say I've been there, you're like, unasema nini wewe? Enzi zako zilikuwa nini sasa? Let me show you. You
so what I should have been alarmed by
the signs were there.
Yeah. Mlango ya kitchen haijafungwa.
Na inakuwa imefungwa. So alikuwa tu acha kaingie tu.
Hakuna bag. Na mdemo kwa week. Na ni mdemo wa kanisa mbaya.
Uluwa SQ.
Yeah.
It was joint efforts.
Yo.
Come on.
Kafungua.
Straight to the bed.
Kafungua kwa mlango. Alafu ukipanda upstairs, dining room ni ile pale. Like ukienda kupanda ilienda hivi naenda kupanda na angalia hivi na mzae macho. Macho. He's like kuja.
Oh my god. Yaani hapo kwa redani.
Like
I can see my siblings right now. Sana zikapitia nini?
Ile hapa.
Yako ni redani.
Umetoka.
What?
You know, and then hadi unaona tu ni mkoro ana calm down zae like if your mom wasn't here bro ingekuwa nimekukunja. Sawa, nimekukunja mbaya. Like I smell of booze.
Form 1.
I'm 15 years old. Sawa. Or was it 14? One of the above. I'm just a youngin. So hiyo demu yangu ako 19. Come on. You me. Got some sloppy talk. It was a good night. So wanna bribe hadi mabounce ndio niingie book. It's a good night. You know, like there is something very underrated about a young man dating an older woman that actually likes it. You have the best time of your life. Yo, uko tu club tu niona rombosewa tu na mdenge wako, watu tu wako hapo tu wanakucheki tu. Wanasikia tu vibaya tu.
Siri yake kaboy.
unashikio mabia, you don't even understand the price of clubbing at the time. You're just having a good time. So I'm getting a lot of experience, you know, very good experience. But even though that is how nilinyang'anyangwa simu yangu ya kwanza nikiwa high school na mzae.
Kama mtu alinyang'anya simu ni mimi. Actually sijui zingine where they went. I swear.
But like,
you remember when we had like a Samsung that looked like BlackBerry?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, that was a good phone.
Shout out to my name.
Then after like 3 weeks, my mama can sort. She was like, man.
Wow.
Hey, yours is crazy. Yours is like.
Yo, man, I was caught here, and then there's that.
No, it's crazy because
there's the ushaishikwa kale kabaridi. When you just feel like immediately you almost feel like pooping.
Me, I wish angekuwa
like umeshikwa like.
I wish angekuwa anajua you're dealing with a 19-year-old.
As if we don't snitch.
That's what exactly the topic is about.
You know.
I wish angekuwa anajua. You know, so ume sneak, but does he know who you're dealing with?
But mimi nashuku.
Unaparambulate huku na mama.
Cause guys, Buddha is like he had spies on me.
Hey, yo.
Wow.
You're a girl. He's supposed to. Hey, you're a girl.
Mimi kwa nataka hivi nasikia
Jonte?
Nasikia kwa mwingine. Umesikilia wapi? Yaani siwezi tembea na mtu sasa.
But I bet my old man kuna kitu aliwahi lenga. So there was this when I was in class 8. There was this from 2 chick alikuwa na neighbor hapo hivyo. You know pale ka 7:30. You know kwa kadako na fulani. And then unaona tu lights fulani tu alafu anapiga kona ndio ingie kwa gate. Unaona tu like zimewamulika like alilenga tu. I was like, what?
Was
scared. Yo. You know, hey.
Absent sana.
Sema zote.
Karibu. You know, I lost my virginity chini ya stairs.
Oye. Si ati tunasemi zote.
Wow.
No, you see zote. That I'm very proud of it.
Hiyo ni zote. Kwa stairs.
Class 7.
7, bro.
Good times.
Kwani kamle?
We are not unpacked them. We are not unpacking them.
It was a good time.
But back to today's topic.
So,
parents meddling in their children's relationship.
So a friend of course it's meddling. Imagine mama yako anaanza kukuambia ati how to handle your boyfriend.
Na kinodi niliona anakonda.
I don't think it's meddling.
I
don't think it's meddling if I'm willingly telling my story. I think it's meddling if you explain it like that, where niye ananifunza vitu zingine ama wants to know deeper about my relationship. But if it's me willingly telling my side of the story, I don't feel like that is meddling.
But now that we are talking about the meddling part.
Okay.
No, but let me correct you real quick. Never involve your parents in your relationships.
Depends.
Ever. No, listen.
I'm just saying depends.
What does it depend on?
I want to go back to a show we did, and I can't remember the topic, but I think a week ago, and I mentioned it, how open personally I was to introducing my dad to my boyfriend.
How did it go?
Well, you remember I discussed it, when we discussed about the 20...
So let me unpack it.
25-year-old when I was...
How much pressure did you get from your father?
By then, not a lot.
Yeah, but
eventually,
eventually, how much pressure did he start giving you? And almost trying, because I've heard you ukiteta about how at you were before this. Do you understand why he'd do that? Because he was involved in your relationship.
You see, that's when you were still young.
Yeah.
Now imagine like joke or
so something I've seen that is actually breaking up a lot of marriages, right? Is exactly what we're talking about. Parents being overly involved. Every weekend your mother-in-law is at your house. Ati nimekuletea nini? Ati nimekuja kuona. What are you doing at my house every weekend? Okay? Number 2, when the girl, every time you all argue, she runs back to her mom.
Her mom. Hey, that's bongela.
Okay, or every time you argue with your man, he's running to his mom or his dad to go report what you did. You see that whole thing leads to parents feeling like they have a stake in the relationship and like their opinions matter, which should never be the case. You should actually strive to protect your partner from your parents in any shape whatsoever. Like, aki mess up and ijulikani nafaa kusema it's your fault. Take the blame. Never let them have an in. Yeah, never let them have an in into digging your person negatively. Like relationships, marriages. You see, I've been telling you all about how a lot of my relatives and friends, hakuna mwenye male ako 36 and above that is still married. All of them. All of them. What a and this is a primary factor into the marriages ending.
Family being involved.
Family being too involved in, cause utachoka bro. We imagine every time unataka kupeleka watoto wako out. Mama alikuwa amesema niwapeleke huko. Whose house is this? Mine or your mom's? Ukataka kupeleka watoto weekendi, the mom is there. With nimewaletea vegetables, unajua uko tuko na shamba. Nimeleta vegetables, kakuku niliwachijia. Spends the whole day there. The whole day.
You actually feel like the mom-in-law, the in-laws.
Yes.
Even the parents, bro.
Look,
because feel like they should sleep.
Because your parents are her in-laws, and her parents are your in-laws. Okay, the max.
Because I remember when I was a kid, you from your kwenda ocha. My aunt, the husband, more than a few times.
Yeah.
Like after the proceedings and the other.
Yeah.
Unasikia hao wameenda kulala kwa hoteli.
Yeah.
And as a kid, I never used to get it. But as I got older, I was like, actually, makes sense.
Yeah.
Like, what business do you have going to sleep at your in-laws?
Aje.
Yani na unangorota maiji. Umeamka asubuhi na boxer na vest.
The same place your mother-in-law.
Your mother-in-law good morning. Brush my bro. What? Come on.
By the way, and then uko tu hapo dem anadai nyandus. Wow.
Hey, yo, come on.
And you're out there delivering.
Unless you're into that kind of...
Nah, come on, man.
Fetish.
Come on, man. You have to see fetish, bro. That can't even be clear. It is just wrong. Culturally, as an African, you should never wake up and scratch your nether regions, okay? In the same house, your mother-in-law is showering.
Imagine.
Msikali hata choo moja.
Imagine.
Msiingie kwa bafu moja. Endo kwa kojo nje kama umbwa.
No, I don't feel
No, like enda, like if you're there and wako na choo moja, excuse yourself. Go be elsewhere. No, come on. Kwa mto. There are certain areas that should never cross between you and your in-laws. Actually, in my opinion, per year, you should visit your in-laws at maximum thrice. Maximum. So, unaget, and that's if kama wanakaa. Unajua siku hizi in-laws wote wako Nairobi.
Yeah, no, I've never thought about DPTs. Hapo kwa kushare the show with your...
Yeah. Why are you sharing the same?
Yo, and you know like how we wake up in
ati mnaoga na sabuni moja.
I can't even try to imagine my own parents, let alone even my in-law.
Exactly.
I'm trying to imagine my parents.
How? No.
It doesn't sit
you
well
should,
with me.
And when you have...
Amekaa mameoga kwangu. Nikali fiti beje.
Unachiki, kama uko na, if I have a guest bathroom.
If it is my mom, sawa. My dad would say.
No, water.
My mom, I'm okay. If she were here, come, mama.
you've been to whatever. Name that whatever room over there, it's self everything. Ukiwa pale ni kama bedsitter. Utatoka kufanya kitu yote kwa hiyo room. Kaa hapo. Sawa. Shit that, do whatever. We ain't sharing nothing. Mine is my private space. And then you come invade my crap. Do you know how many times I've done your daughter in this bathroom? And you're trying to come in here and take a shower.
Singing harmonious religious.
No. No, bwana, unaharibu mood ya hiyo shower room bwana. Hiyo bathroom unaharibu mood bwana. Hiyo bathroom inakuanga anatumia shower gel yako.
No, it's just wrong. We don't even need to specify the instances.
What?
It's just wrong.
No. And
I think that's where the beginning, if we're talking about marriage, that's where it starts to become blood.
Yeah.
When they can freely, and you know that example you were told by a very good friend.
Yeah.
That the in-laws will just come.
Bring their kids.
Just pop up.
No, as in your brothers-in-law
and the wazazi
wanawachwa hapo.
Kwanza wanakam tu
kimangoto.
Hata si gafla kimangoto.
Kimangoto. Don't even tell me. There's no heads up. It's look. It is what it is. I'm here. What you finna do about it?
Bruh.
That is so wrong.
It is.
Unafata ukuwe na umbwa. And a big dog. Shout out to Sheba. Okay, a big dog. Enye mtu hata kuja kwako ni, especially if you have daughters, by the way. You need dogs.
Bruh. Like, and we have there's this scenario here. Which says, I have been living with my boyfriend for over 1 year now.
Yeah.
And I find his parents too involved.
Okay.
Whenever I see his parents, they would tell us to both study harder in order to go work in the US. And we are from Canada. And they don't plan on leaving. Yeah. Other small things that bother me include, they would constantly make my boyfriend go back to their house every 1 or 2 days. They need help for everything. From choosing a goldfish to writing an email. I'm not saying helping them is bad, but they shouldn't act like they know what's best for us and pressure us to do certain things. During video calls with his parents, his mom would always ask if we ate fruits.
Wow.
If my boyfriend said we didn't, she would kind of freak out and ask,
Mbona una freak out?
She would ask what we ate during the day. If we said something like fried chicken or junk food, she would freak out again and say we shouldn't eat those things. She would make comments to my boyfriend saying how he's lost weight and he should go back to her house.
Wow.
So that she can make him better food to eat.
Exactly. That was literally my response. Is your mom trying to do you?
More.
Like literally.
Keep him.
What?
Endelea. And that's just the gist of it. And honestly, his parents are very nice people, but all this makes me uncomfortable. I talked to my boyfriend about it, and he says it's because he is an only child. So his parents are more protective of him, and there's nothing he can do about it.
What?
And she's asking, am I the bad person here? Can I do something to
No,
change
he's
this?
a mama's boy too. He just doesn't want to accept the fact he's a mama's boy. And these parents of his are about to literally do a neutral relationship. Nakuna mali mtenda na umse imagine. Cause I wish I can know for how long they've been together.
I don't know. But
I wish
just
I can know.
together for 1 year.
For 1 year?
Kuishi pamoja.
Okay.
What?
Yeah, a year, but it's still something, bro.
Yeah, but a year telling you what.
And that's where we see Yoswali unasema siumuoe. Moms not letting go of their sons.
But
again, that other example that we've talked about more than once of the car. Your woman versus your moms. Who sits where?
Check. Mukoro, ingia kwa butiko.
Ati ifai kuwa.
It's not an
it shouldn't even be at Ndakawa.
At the shotgun. Shotgun where? Listen. Pow. Listen. Reason she's sitting up front, number one, she's in a short skirt. This is motivation as I drive to stay awake. Okay. No.
Motivation.
To stay awake.
What?
Wow. Bro.
The journey.
Yeah, bro.
The journey.
2021.
Kaa tu venye huko. Bro. By the way hapo wewe ni bro. Mba. Broski. No, don't do that.
Yeah.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
Yeah, don't do that.
Yeah. Yup, you see. What?
Yeah.
Check it. This is you now.
Nah,
This
it's not.
is you.
That is
one.
me.
No. Trust me.
Let Pavin say. I don't know, maybe she can tell the difference.
Everybody can. Nobody will mistake at all. The difference is visible. What?
Moving on swiftly.
Back to the motivation.
Yeah. Hey, come on.
God.
You feel me? Yeah, so it shouldn't even be a question on who sits where, man.
Kwani unaangalia mamako mapacha? Hata ukibeba mama yako kama kwa solo.
Wanafaa kwa gari yao.
Yeah.
You know.
Even if you're all alone, sawa, mamako akae nyuma. If it's just two, mama yako akae nyuma.
Ngoja ikiti ya.
Lakini kuna wenye wadaingi hizo story.
Nini?
Shona bibi wife and your mom
arguing. So that's what I'm saying.
Hey, it's bad.
First of all, why are they arguing?
The woman is, I'm his woman. Like, yo, tell her.
I feel like
the mom is.
It's the man to put both women on check.
But you see, the
no, put your mom in check. Why are you putting your woman in check?
Yeah, your mom.
Put your mom. Why are you putting? Yo, check it. Mkoro. Enda kwa gari ya bwanako. The hell?
Bwanako hajakaa Mr. Fire.
Ana gari, mwambie anunue.
Nakutia kaba.
Yeah, tufuate nyuma. Utajua aje kama star.
You know? Nah, it's just wrong.
It's very wrong.
It's wrong in so many levels, man. And it's just inaanzaga pole pole. It just doesn't happen. Inaanzaga pole pole hizo sijui na kwani hakupiki.
Umekonda.
Kwani?
Mahede.
Maheja.
Shida yako ni gani? Mbona bwana yako anakaa stressed? Mbona umpei amani? Mimi naona venye nimefurahi.
Unaona venye mzee wangu anakaa.
Unaona huyu ni bwana yako.
Diabetes.
Mbona anakaa hivi? Mimi ni work out. Mbona bwana yako anapumua heavy? Hey, happy. Don't let your mother run your life like you're still 3. Fine, listen to elderly advice.
Yeah, of course.
But there is a point.
There's a line.
Where it's no longer advice.
There's a line.
When your mother is asking you if you ate fruits. Umekula maembe leo. Kababa.
Wow.
Baba. Kababa. Ati mama kwa anakuita kababa.
Mimi sipendi watu wanaitanga watu wao hivyo. Actually from a kid.
Why?
Normalize calling your child by their name.
Wewe mori.
Mimi si tunajua yake.
Wewe mniaje wewe.
Okay, once a while kuna hiyo cool, but
wewe mjango una.
Don't make it a norm. They grow very weak.
Jonte.
Kababa. Mpaka inakuwa norm akishakuwa mkubwa. Anakuwa tu kababa.
Kababa yeah. Iko kababa yeah.
Kababa yeah.
Wanda anarudi na reflector amefunga hivi juu ameshazoea kuitwa kababa.
Where? So imagine. So you know that was literally the reaction.
You see?
And then
I didn't even know.
And then this is
the personal.
Listen. Yeah. Now imagine you know all that. This person doesn't know that you know. And then you see them almost every week.
That's good.
They appear very weak. Wow.
Yeah, because I remember that show we had, and it was this guy who was like, alijifanya ameenda wera, akatumia wife text, oh mimi nimechoka, I'm done, you disrespect me, nini, mimi nimerudi kwa mama yangu. Like, wait, what? Nada than unaenda kuanza mjei. Ushike hata joka single room man.
Kwa mama yako.
Mangu, to figure my things out, at least huko, come on.
Embeza bro. Enda kiendanga.
Yeah, you know that is way more rampant than you know.
It is.
Way more rampant than you know. I actually know somebody who literally told his baby moms, Cheki, you know, stress, chani rudi kwa mamangu.
Back to the nest.
I'm like, yo bro, as a man, why is your first thought going back to your mom's? Enda rent nyumba, anza kuishi. You know,
don't couch yourself kwa the homies. Yeah.
Like uteseke hata lala njaa siku tatu.
Can I just weekend sit kwa couch and I figure my shit out? And
in the same breath, by the way,
I feel like I've dated someone like that.
Check yourself.
Check yourself.
I
you
have.
got 2021.
Yeah.
You know, but at that time,
check your picture here.
2020.
You are eating good.
Your picture here.
2021.
Yo.
No, you look at 2020. That time I was dating that guy.
This is the aftermath of your stress ya ku break up, no say.
This was after the relationship.
After the relationship.
Okay.
You were stressed about being single.
Askwambie.
Yeah, but
how was it? Anything small happens.
Komamaki.
Nah, me used to find myself like the mom used to call me a lot. Like, Pinya ameniambia uza niko like
mama yako.
Mbona unashinda umeambia your mom our issues ama anything that we have that we need to solve, especially financially. Why can't you as a man?
Wait. What?
Yeah, Pinya ameniambia mza amna pesa ya kufanya, amna pesa. Niko like mi sija kuambia wendo mwambie. This is us to deal with, you know.
Shout out to Pinya.
Not you go tell her to figure out a solution for us, you know.
And get scratch that.
Next time then.
And get scratch that.
Come on. Self-edit. Feel me? At the same time. But yeah, me personally know someone who started seeing. She started seeing this guy. Mama's boy. So wamejenga home and then kuna rentals.
Anaishi hapo.
Of course. Kuna anaishi hapo. And then this shorty, what? Now you could date move in.
What?
So ameenda compound ya mtaa.
Mra. Yeah.
So rentals ziko chini, then juu ndio kwa
kababa
kwa the folks.
Oh. Yeah. So kababa ako chini.
Kababa ako juu chini. Ako juu chini.
Yeah. And a surfboard floor.
You feel me?
Yeah.
Yo, you know, alimwambia you shouldn't ever cook in this house.
Why?
The guy aliambia the chick.
Why?
I see.
Kuna food?
Kuna food.
Bro. Bro.
Yeah.
What? Let me ask you a question. Hypothetically.
Yeah.
Assuming you come from a wealthy background, right? And mejenga base flat. Na mzee wako wana own your plot next hapo.
Siwezi.
Sawa. Sisikii. Akwambie. Mimi hadi nitakujengea nyumba. Sawa. Na kuangushia hapo mansion.
Say the word.
Sawa. Yeah. Kitaka gari mzee anakubaia. Ukitaka kwenda kuoa, mzee anakutafutia bibi. Mamako anakutafutia bibi. You know, so you're literally ukitaka kazi unatafutiwa. And your life revolves around your parents. Now you're married, you have only jirani yangu by the way. So literally this dude lives in the gate ya mamake, in the gate yake. Na amejengewa like, so the dad is in Europe, I think. And you know, money ain't a thing.
If money ain't a thing, then
so
set up yourself somewhere.
And the gari, bro. Guess how he got his car? Mamake alinunuliwa gari new, mamake akamjenga gari. Simze.
The previous.
The previous one.
Yeah.
And Simze.
Yeah, the previous vehicle.
Yeah. Yo, man, that is not a car.
Vehicle.
That is a machine.
Come on.
Sawa, inapumua.
I think that's really risky and dangerous because when the patriarch falls,
ushikisha hadi na mama.
I've had more than me.
Like kwa rooftop yake.
Ni Warab?
No.
Walalo?
Ni Waislamu do.
Okay. Yeah. Nimengam.
Yeah. And it's for, I didn't even know the whole thing. So guess who told me? Wase wa boda.
Unakusho inafaga mnachapa story na ase unajua mpindo.
So msa boda, si amenibeba. Silent kama kawaida. Shout out to Jose. Then msa anapita na gari. Nenda kule unajuaga umse. Akasema na kifaranga imeenda nyumbani. Even literally the statement is kifaranga, niko like kifaranga. Like see yule pa. I mean, I didn't even know that was like his whatever's previous car or anything. But that is the literal definition of your parents being too. Check it, I hadn't even finished. Umebai hadi bibi yake gari.
Sasa huyo amenunuliwa.
Bibi yake yako na gari, all from the parents. You know, how do you wake up as a man and feel manly knowing that the house you live in, the wife that you call yours, the car you drive,
it's not yours.
It's not yours. As in, if worse comes to worse, okay.
The house, like
Zidi, bro. And this is his stepdad, by the way.
Oh. Okay, that's crazy. Me personally, I don't personally know of this fashion designer. He's West African. I forget his brand name, but it's really popular, especially in Europe. Like he's really doing good for himself. And he comes from a very, very well-off background. But he had to suffer for like 10 years plus. Because he didn't want nothing to do with the old man, with his money. So he like alijitoa. And right now, like he can comfortably, and as a
especially when it comes to relationship between parents and kids, and then money being involved. Like you want a business, they set it up for you. Unataka shops, sijui ya kuuza spare parts za ndudi, It
comes too easily.
It comes too easily. That's why you see these people never really know what it takes to get there. Like
me, I would even appreciate it because again, we're not saying if you have parents who can help you out that it was kusaidia.
To a certain extent.
So now that's what I mean. I was about to be like, let them chezaka percentage. You know, be like, oh, niko na 80. Like kambao.
You know my old man's policy. I will never support you to start. I will support you to continue.
You feel me?
Okay? Like he will never chip in to your startup. But the minute you've actually proved that this is a running business,
You'll chip in.
he will figure out how to promote you to go forward. Because now you understand what it takes to actually build this business.
2 words. Tunamwambia nini? 2 words. Tunamwambia nini?
Floating. Sasa nimeguza kichwa. Yeah, and I feel like that is a good policy.
It is.
Because if
it also teaches you like to, you know,
hard work,
own your thing.
Yeah, because man, actually, the hardest part of a business is starting it. If you can run a business for a year, it will be, and you start actually making money, you've hacked it. Especially in your first year, making money. That's a good business right there, you know. And I feel like more parents should have that policy. Have some distance between you and your child.
True, man.
Do not be too overly involved, you know. But what happens if your parent is too involved? How do you set boundaries?
Distance.
How do you set those boundaries?
Distance is number one. Distance.
Talker.
Distance.
Go.
Maintain distance, bro.
Yeah.
Be unavailable to yani.
Move towns.
Ushiki simu.
True.
Ama ena kuoni.
Nimepashwa about hiyo kushika simu.
Oi.
Follow my trade.
Saturday kuna kambuzi.
Siko.
I'm not. You know, and then over time, watakuwa like, okay,
I don't feel actually it's just parents, relatives at large.
Yeah, distance, man.
Yeah, because when you talk about relationships, and like I said, it's not actually parents who are always involved. You always find actually aunties who are also concerned about your marriage, uncles. Me, I've seen such, like, mtu ako so much invested into knowing like how is your day-to-day life, especially in marriage, going. Is this man or this woman treating you okay? So I believe it's a family at large. Because me, I've seen family destroy marriage. Family.
Of course.
Yeah, not just actually parents.
Relatives.
Cousins. Ooh.
And the pressure.
Cousins.
And the pressure they apply.
And sisters and brothers.
Especially on females to get married at a certain like huyu unadate tu kijana unajua atakuoa.
Ushaipata like I think especially Machali experience this a lot. Like unapata kwa na dem alafu kwa na says then she doesn't, maybe they have not clicked.
No. Kwani lazima mpendane.
You know, it gets to a point, it's not gonna be bothering you, but dem yako hayuko poa. You get? She's so uncomfortable.
But I get that, but you know, again,
as much as she tries to avoid it, it's in her face. Like
distance.
Block her. This is time block.
Unajua inaweza kuwa if they're bad for you and maybe your sibling is trying to
listen. And I've said this before. The minute your family doesn't like your wife and she's a good woman, you have the right one. They shouldn't actually like the woman you choose for yourself. That she has your best interest at heart. Because she will advise you accordingly on how you can move your own life forward. While probably your family at that time is trying to make you, and I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but at the project za familia, you get like, hey, ati ulikuwa unataka kujenga wapi? Instead ya kufanya hivyo, si tuende tukanunua kashamba pale ikuwe yetu ya the whatever family. Ati and then now when these people pass, it's a whole wrangle. How many wealthy people have we seen years down the line, their kids are still in court fighting over family property? Get your own.
Get your own, man.
Get your own first. Get your.
Like Liliana, the other, like a month ago. In Luyaland. A family had that meeting. 2 brothers ended up dead.
Over.
Like ni family yote imekam tuna discuss shamba. Everyone else was injured. 2 ended up dead.
What?
Hiyo shamba ya yani do hata huku toa.
I saw this quote, right? And it goes, a man that does not have a woman pushing him to the top has a weak bitch driving him to the bottom.
That's true.
You get?
You either grow together or grow apart.
Or she sinks you. You get? And if she doesn't push you to be your own man, to have your own name, ikumbukwe, bro, get to something different. Yeah.
Do we feel like on today's topic we can have an alternative scenario where it's positive?
No.
It's healthy.
No.
Well, we can.
You're like parents being involved in
no.
your family can be healthy.
No.
I believe it can.
How?
So there's here Tonasema, it depends on the family.
Yeah.
We see my parents regularly. They take care of our kids, so my wife and I can get a break. We have weekly dinners. We go on vacation together. They're definitely a big part of our marriage, but it depends on the family. What do you think?
I agree with him. He or her. I agree.
I feel like.
But hapo kwa vacations.
Yeah. You see, there's overstepping always.
If it's me leaving the kids, us we're going to spend our time, it's our time.
Yeah.
We don't want you involved.
They have weekly dinners.
If it's us and the kids going on a vacation, it's us. We don't want parents. No.
Unika inaweza bamba mnaona the Eiffel Tower na mzae. Ndio hapo ndio sasa Shakespeare hadi.
No. Bro. Look.
You go on a cruise ship.
You know what I'm trying to do on this cruise? I'm not trying to have see my mom after I've done some things I want to do. Okay? I'm not trying to be at the beach with my mom.
On a wet box.
What? Kipi imejichora. So, umetoka kwa kwa pale hivyo just start legging. Your mom is there asking if you want a snack.
Son, can I get you something? Can I help you with a towel?
You need some sunscreen.
Umepaka sunscreen. Oh! Yo! No.
Oh! No. We don't do that.
Yeah, I feel like it's when it comes to the vacations, that is overstepping the boundaries. But if I can leave the kids to you, Hamlish, don't
get a house help. I swear, get a house help. You know, fine. If you get a good one, if you're lucky to get a good house help, it is way better, sir, than every week taking your kids to their grandmother.
I feel like inafaa ikuwe hivi tukaa Christmas.
Exactly. Only then.
Shosho yao, buka yao.
Hata birthday ya shosho yao hawajui. Hawafai kujua.
Mimi hata sijui birthday ya shosho yangu.
Exactly. Exactly. Are you still celebrating your mom's birthday? You shouldn't even be celebrating your mom's birthday.
My grandma's. I don't even know.
You know?
I don't even know when she died. I don't even been born.
Come on.
You should.
Yako is deep.
I don't know.
Not only born.
Jipange, bro.
Me, you ask the next one.
But yeah, one of the ways that you can create boundaries is by asking your parents to trust your judgment.
Trust your judgment?
Yeah, because if they are overly involved in your life, it's almost like they don't trust your judgment. Have you eaten fruits today? Don't you trust me enough to take care of myself and my dietary needs? Do I need to tell you that I had crisps today, a slice of mango, blah, 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 blah? No. I'm alive.
That's all that matters.
Am I dying of hunger? No.
Hell no.
Chip chop to the rescue. So, it's chip chop, whatever it is, right? Pale hivyo kama yai, kama tumbo ugali, and we move on regardless. The minute you start being involved in, hey, yo, how is your work? How is your boss? How is this? Nini, nini, nini. It becomes a very toxic parent relationship. Alright.
21. Can you do it for me?
Oh, check. So 4 months. Alikuwa miezi 4.
Wako ama?
Si huyo hapo mwenye anakutoa mbio hivyo.
Ni hivyo lakini. Ama unajua.
She didn't know.
She didn't know it was like that. So, there's a scenario here.
Yeah.
On the same regard.
Yeah.
My parents live 1 hour away.
Mm-hmm.
They come once a week to visit my daughter. I usually call them every other day. Every day. My in-laws live 15 minutes away.
Yeah.
They come over 3 times a week to drop off food. My wife gives them a monthly stipend. We go over every Wednesday for family dinner. I am lucky that I love my in-laws. They are awesome people.
Okay.
Let's clap for John, everyone. Clap for John.
Yeah. I feel like itakuwa monotonous. I know you too much. I'm seeing my mother-in-law too much. Hata na miss chakula ya bibi yangu, by the way. Why am I at your house all the time? Don't I have friends?
That's the thing.
Okay.
The third place.
The third place.
Where is your third place?
The house. Why is your third place your in-laws?
Man.
Okay.
Right.
But I feel like those are a lot of rednecks. Those are some redneck Asians. Oh yeah, that is. Those people are tightly knit. Yo. Unaweza pata, and it's all of them, from Indians to the real Katais.
Hey yo.
So if you checker. If you
Yo, my shot 2021 was a good year.
No, even 2020 was a good year.
2020
was a good year.
Yo.
Actually, no. 2020 was a good year.
Bobby.
My teenager was
Oh
good.
my goodness.
Have you ever noticed how Waindi wish like at the extended family?
Oh yeah. Like even if it's rentals, they'll take
Kada.
Mm.
And that is how unapatanga.
Leo tunakula kwa nani leo? Please.
That's how you find. Nani alikula bibi ya nani?
Na nani.
Yeah. Hata ujui kama mtoto ni wako ama ni wakuzo wako.
Ushaona hiyo skit ya
But Indians, they marry each other.
But it's not like kuna families.
Yeah.
Kuna
No,
Mombas and then Jonjos.
I hear they marry cousins to cousins.
I don't know.
I don't think so. So most times what they'll do is marriages are organized before they are 10.
Like you're predestined for this person.
Yeah, this is, you'll be married by.
You grow up hadi maybe mnaenda shule same unajua gaule ndo
Kudai.
hata ya kudai lakini
you shall be married by Samaj.
Mimi nadincarnate.
Is that what? Account you have to respect.
Ai, najinoria. Kama sita. See you in the next life.
Oh man. Shout out to Chenge Watenga. Anasema mambo vipi?
Uko salama.
Yeah. Unatucheki kutoka wapi ndugu? Shout out to Samsi, shout out to Pento, shout out to Paul Macomeno, shout out to Crypto Guy, shout out to Samson DMT, shout out to Sejo, shout out to Kalambas Musembi 90, shout out to Brian, and thank you Brian for following the creator. Shout out to Sir Kelvin. Shout out to everybody that is joining us. To Sam, to Frida's Media Channel, everybody that is to Dixon. Yeah, nasema niko City Cabanas pale 33 Embakasi. Yeah. Double tap on our screen, show some love. Na utuambie wewe kwa relationship yako maparents wako ama wamdenge washaingililia hadi ukaboeka nayo? Have you wazazi wako wanaingilia relationship yako hadi demu yako anakasirikia? Hadi upewi sababu ya chenye mama yako alisema.
Come on.
You know, yani sexually frustrated by your own mother.
Or blocked by family.
That is not okay.
No, it is not.
At no point should we ever make that like a normal statement.
Nah.
Yeah, ati mamangu alipiga simu sasa ndio maana bibi amekasirika. You know. But as we move on, anasema his Chenge anasema is getting us loud and clear hapo hivyo.
Shout out to
33 man, always showing love. But yeah, most psychologists will agree that parents who are overly involved in their adult child's lives did not do enough to prepare their kids for adulthood. Most psychologists will agree that parents who are overly involved in their kids' lives did not prepare their kids for adulthood. Okay? Because if you actually prepare your child for adulthood, they will be independent enough. And
like I think a child said you should, I think it's you or a child, from that point, he or she or both of them should be able to let you make your decisions or trust you with your decisions.
Yeah.
Not being involved.
Yeah, and another way to create boundaries as an adult with your parents is limiting what you share with them. Remember, you don't have to tell them everything.
You don't have to know.
No. They don't even need to know why you broke up with your girlfriend. If she cheated, if you cheated, if you have medical insurance, hata ukipata kasipaji, basi jue.
Nani anaenda kuambia
kasipaji? Kama unaenda home na reflector, utaambia ndo umepata kasipaji. Utaenda hadi wakiuziane bwana, ni yule alinipea kasipaji. You know, it's like it's the whole thing, especially as you are saying, like with the Asians, right? These people, and it's why you see Joby saying like they probably my cousins, because the way they are knit together, it's very different. And now the ones that are building our roads, it's even worse.
We wanna take you respectfully. Yeah, I don't even talk to my auntie now.
Me too.
Like I don't have any
attachment, relationship.
Even with my cousins, it's just maybe when I drop a song, they give me fire emojis.
Yeah.
And I'm respectfully, like I'm okay with it.
I like that kind of relationship.
Respectfully, I'm okay with it.
You know,
because family has this sort of, what's the word? Entitlement.
Yep.
That comes with them feeling they can, you know.
Yep.
And me kwanza, when I was studying music, after I graduate.
Yeah.
So, bado unaimba?
Bado unaimba.
Job umefikiria? Fanya nini? What?
Where's she?
Where's Edie, bro?
Achana mimi. Maisha yako na yangu si the same. You know, and if you're not going to take the advice of your parents, they don't need to know anything about your business. You know, if you are going to tell them anything, be there to ask for advice. Like, hey, check in Zai, man, I'm about to adai kushika hii shamba na siko sure kama ni legit. Yule msee wako, you know that guy wako wa lands, si umpigie, you know kama ni legit. That is literally at that stage you can go ask for advice because it's advice. But at your check niko na hii do nifanye nini? It doesn't work like that. No relationship is guaranteed to last, and delaying an introduction to keep your parents and thoughts at bay while you're still figuring out how that person fits into your life is the best way to approach a relationship. Don't introduce your partner to your parents too early. And that is something I see people making a mistake of. You've been dating for 2 months, okay? Your mom knows your girlfriend. You've messed up. You've been dating for 3 months, asha kupeleka kwao. Ati twende kuna. Why? Mimi niko na form, niko 18. So, niko na form, 24 lazima happen. Again, it's never that serious. You don't need. It's not that deep. We don't even need to know your uncle's names, because at the end of the day, it's a relationship between 2 people.
Yep.
And the 2 people affected by the death of this relationship, ni nyinyi wawili. Your mother and father bado wako happy in their marriage. Do they tell you when they have problems? Why do you feel overly? And I saw a quote there. We grew up to drug dealer music. These kids are growing up to drug user music. We ain't the same. You know. And when you look at it, even the things they grew up watching encourage this weak behavior of overly involving their parents in their relationship. Soap opera. I'm not saying these telenovelas. I feel like they program girls in a very different way, and they make men really soft. Where Mama Yanani, even the Kenyan ones.
Even the Kenyan Mama-in-law.
And I feel like we've said this.
Sikuna addition into mother-in-law.
Enye sijui kila mtu anaishi kwa mother-in-law. Like
nimesema ambia bibi yako.
So don't talk about my wife.
Catch these hands.
Don't even catch these hands, old man. Real quick. You know, and it's something that should be avoided. As I digress real quick.
But just kidogo.
Yeah.
Back African culture.
Yeah.
When you speak about Indians, I think also for us we used to practice such kind of practices. Listen.
Let her cook.
Shall go. See the city.
Uh-huh.
I wanna give, because I think till to date, my great grandparents were my shosho just died, I think 2022. My great grandma died 100 and something, I can't remember. She died just 2022. So every time we used to go back there, like the family gatherings and all that, rather what I've grown up seeing is we had nyumbas. Unakumbuka like kuna nyumba kubwa, and I'm not talking about sijui nyumba kubwa ya bibi mdogo sijui nini. We used to have my great grandma's house, his sons and wife's house
in the same compound.
Yeah, great grandchildren who also have houses in the same compound. Of course, it's a big compound, but kila mtu ako na nyumba yake. So the reason I'm asking this is, or rather posing this, is because I believe Africans who used to practice it, but it never used to actually destroy marriages. It actually used to end better relationships of families.
Because your parents would never, even if you live in that same compound, they'd never be involved in your shenanigans.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Unless kuitwe elders.
And then, you know, back then family was a source of wealth.
Yeah.
And strength.
Yeah.
That's why you extended, and then there's the clan, and then there's the community.
Exactly.
But nowadays, bruv,
in the society we are living in,
your parents want to know.
Because it's still active to date. I'm not really. The last time there was Kitambo, 2019, not 2018, and it was still very active.
Yeah, because I know most tribes once you shut airi
unajenga kwako
hapo kando ya mzae, and your siblings as well, and then your dad had his own
compound.
And your mom had her own, and that's where the sisters used to stay with the mom.
We went to Ocha Flania, a friend of mine, and the grandfather is like, that is the realest OG I've ever seen. This man has an entire hill to himself, a whole hill. He has 4 wives. He's divided that hill into 4. Kiteremka chini. Na yaka jenga pale juu. So every morning, all the wives wanapika, wanafanyisha chakula, kila mtu anaenda huko juu. You get?
Good man.
And then in the morning, he'd have his grandkids wanatembea with their dogs, like about 30 dogs, just walking around, wanatembea hadi chini ya hill, kisalimia kila mtu.
Sounds like a fire album title, 13 Guitars.
Yeah, but you know,
for my dogs.
My dogs.
You feel me?
You know.
But there's something.
Yeah.
Allow me to digress.
Yeah.
That I forgot to mention on the other topic, the other controversial topic that we had. Because of traditional culture.
Yeah.
Where that old man told the wife, nikishindo kazi unaweza.
Yeah.
You know, in traditional Africa, that used to be a thing as well.
Yeah, cause
like if you're my wife and I feel I would tell my brother, and then what he would do is he would pitch a spear outside the hut. Like you hapo and kila mtu anajua hapo ni show. Like no one should
go in there. Watoto wasi.
Mimi mwenyewe na ni kwangu.
Okay, the one I know.
You know, I'm a pitch.
That is still active in most of the cultures. In Africa is if my husband dies, it's your brother who's gonna inherit me. Yeah. That's the one I know.
Yeah, but now even in terms of satisfaction.
If you
like, let's say you came out of a raid. Umeumia bana na wife mazee of relation. Naambia Joe kuzo check.
Good.
Anadunga spear hapo.
Literally.
You feel me?
Nangoja uone. Pona bro, pona.
Hii morality tulipewa na wazungu.
Na wazungu.
Pona.
It's not cheating.
Pona.
Ni kusaidiwa kazi.
Pona.
Pona ukang.
Ile raso.
Tag.
Taki disappointment.
Unafikiria
alafu ukienda hivyo alafu huko ndo kuna donjo.
Upata hiyo ndio ile.
Shetani unayomjua kuliko
asimshajua shetani wa pili pia.
Malaika usiyemjua.
Malaika amecome through na ako na mboka.
Acha vizuri, acha kwa shetani ndavumiliana naye.
Spread wings. Nah, but it actually used to happen in traditional Africa.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
I forgot to mention it.
If you found yourself in a position where what Jody was saying,
which one?
Your brother's wife is liable to be inherited by you, right? And the parents and the culture of that, and she's down, would you?
No, I wouldn't. But if we were in traditional Africa, then I would. Because that was the norm. But right now, how we've been brought up, it doesn't even make sense.
True.
So, and we were talking about this off camera with Joby the other day. We are such a privileged people. We live in a bubble called Nairobi, metropolitan.
I told you that last time.
Yeah. We were discussing.
It has said that we refer back
to what you want of everyday life.
Even Luya.
Yeah, even Luya.
Yeah. You know,
today.
You Kitambo. So now, assuming you have a sister, and she gets married to a Mondi, and the Mondi's family is steeped into culture. Adiana mema.
Navaile sana.
Hadi aje toa kofia.
Ana kofia ikomba.
Mama skills.
Ako fully hooded. Yani rogi.
Mama shingore.
Shingo ya kuku.
Zibola la manga zile chains hadi shingo.
Oye.
Nacho. Na sahani.
Nenda kakiroma hapa.
Maki masikio.
Shout out to Smarta. Shout out to Zuri Njao. Shout out to Vic.
What?
So, steeped into culture. Alafu skiati.
Yes, almost something happened.
Yeah, he's gone. And now she's liable to be inherited by Otieno. And they are really pushing. Would you be complacent?
What does my sister want?
Okay, yeah. Yeah.
We have my views, but what does she want?
Kama anataka Otieno?
Oti.
But yeah, how as we move on a bit, how can we help parents realize that they are overly involved in their kids' lives? What will show you that this parent is involved too much kwa maisha ya mtoto wake? Job.
What should be?
How do we what signs are there to show that parents are too involved in their children's lives, that parents can take like self examine?
You just mentioned them, all of them, you know, being all the time, being involved into matters that are going on in your relationship. I think I love what HR has read, you know, where this man is being questioned, the couples are being questioned if they have eaten fruits. Do you add this on your diet? Why are you slimming too much? Is she doing this? You know, I think that's actually categorizes everything. Like, they don't want to give you distance. You know. Yeah, so personally, that's how I feel.
HR?
Biting off what Joby just said. But also, if the person has to consider their parents in decision making, that's a big sign.
That's how you know if your son has to call you to figure out what he's going to eat.
If even small decisions like and they still have to consider like, you know me, I want this, but I have to. Kuna shida.
Learn to listen to intuitions.
Kuna shida. And you know, oftentimes we forget that. And this is in no means to disrespect our parents, but we also forget. They're also humans. You know, and they're not like a pool of oracles that you wanna do everything. They're also still figuring it out. You know.
So
like your mom's is just Nishori, bro. Them too gonna figure it out too.
Just like
your dad is just Nimoro too, like you kesho. But you know. So man, just like you said, listen to your intuition.
So
if this feels right, go
do it.
There's a story here. For a year I watched my father chase my brothers. He involved himself way too much in their personal lives to the point where he destroyed their families. He would over-familiarize himself with their wives to obtain information he would use to manipulate each of them. He destroyed our own family and began cannibalizing each one of us. I like that word, cannibalizing. Results varied, but each one of us suffered. A pattern developed and a dependency on money, and slowly began to like black tar heroin. Nearly all of my brothers resorted to drugs to numb the empty feelings of lost and destroyed families. Each wife survived to carnage, character assassination, frontal and rare assaults from my father. I chose to limit and at times totally not have a relationship with my father in an effort to protect my marriage and family. My father hates women and completely despises my wife because she will not give him secret information behind my back. As a result, he has denied me inheritance given.
My father hates women. Said so. Ulizaliwana ni alikuzama alienda through a woman. I mean, he had to go through a woman to sire you. So what are you telling me you hate women?
Maybe
understand you.
Bro, did you get pregnant? Huh? Did you get pregnant?
You see how that whole story, see what they kuna parts mbili zimetutrigger.
It's such a toxic story.
Man,
so he says he's denied me an inheritance given to each of us at the time of my mother's death. He hated her for divorcing him and leaving him and his money all alone in his big old empty house. The beatings and the threats in the end were the very things that destroyed her and made her run away. She died early. Loving him so much that she trusted him with her estate. He did what any cold-hearted thief would do and buried her and kept it all. I'm well into my 50s, and it took all of each day to understand that a relationship with my father at any level is bad for my health. He has become very wealthy over the years at our expense. He's addicted to hating close relationship as well as loving money. He's in his mid-70s, showing no signs of change, no realization of his own morality. Yeah, the one thing none of us can escape is him. I did not do what my father did. I stayed with my wife. We were high school sweethearts 36 years ago, and to present, my father was my big brother and best friend until I married my wife. He attempted to destroy my family and marriage like all of my brothers. I guess he felt as though I chose my wife over him, and also saw me as his best friend and another possession. One of my daughters describes him as being obsessed with collecting money, houses, and things. And his grandkids know him as a greedy person. I have tried to explain things as I have seen them play out. My father, too overly concerned with his sons, and a son who totally gets that none of this is healthy. I don't feel that my father has any obligations whatsoever to do anything with his wealth. I don't feel like I have any obligation to do anything whatsoever with my father's wealth after he's gone, except disappoint us for the last time. My couple of brothers. Okay, this person his first language is not English.
Oh, yeah.
The gist of this is toxic father ruined his marriage, ruining his kids' lives.
That just goes to show you from the beginning, from the onset.
Yeah.
You and your daddy, they're quite healthy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You were his possession.
Yeah.
Not his son.
Yes.
The way you even say best friend, it's not really.
Your dad cannot be your best friend.
True.
There's someone who assumes money is everything.
Yeah.
Because I don't understand. They get rich off the wife, or he also had money, then also inherited the wife's.
He had money, inherited the wife's money, then made way more money.
And used to be the wife.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is someone who first
got divorced by the wife.
Yeah. I don't.
That's why he hates
This is a
women.
narcissist, but
Of course.
this is someone first in his mind and career. Money can make everything move my way, and when it doesn't, he's so mad about it because it doesn't, and that's why he's greedy about it. He's like, if I can't control you with what I have, then let me keep it. If it can't go my way, why should you also have it? I feel like that is what he's trying to do to the son, and also trying to manipulate the wife's son, because I try to get information from the wife's son. What do you need to know?
Look at your son as a possession.
How I bend over, or what I do? What do you want to know? No.
And I feel like there's something we've overlooked. See, this whole thing of parents being close with their kids and
daughter and sons-in-laws. Oh yeah. See, tunaona guys or confessions.
Yep.
And they never come from the parents, they come from the kids.
Yep.
Me I slept with his dad.
Because you were so comfortable introducing your wife to your dad. You are so comfortable telling your wife.
And you know your dad is an hyena.
Ba, fisi mzima. Sawa, mwenye alifanya kijana wa mimi akakuwa stamp.
Manzi anaomba tu kidole moja akimalizia. Hivyo ndio anaanzanga. By the time una figure out, alishakula yote. All of it.
And now suddenly, the person you thought was your son is your brother.
Your son is a grandfather. Kuna hiyo nini? So I was trying to explain that thing. I don't know who sent me that video. I think I have it somewhere.
That's messed up. That's messed up.
And you, mbona tunafanana hivi sana na kijana?
Let me try find that.
Kumbe you came from the same place. The same meticulous.
Let me try find that video.
But that overly
being show you on a exchange program.
Yeah.
Father son, father daughter-in-law, son mother-in-law. Like, you know, make sense. Exchange program, crisscross. Yeah.
Was it like secretly or openly?
Secretly, but eventually it was
yeah.
Same as Julikana design.
So wanaendelea?
I don't know.
Yeah, but that is, I feel like that is like ushalaniwa tu. Like there are things that will follow you. The fact that you've been in the same place your son goes in. How? And I had shared a story where this woman, I feel it was on Tubonge. I don't know if I've ever shared this in this show. This woman figured out that her husband has been bankrolled the entire marriage by her mom. So
her husband and her mom.
Yeah. So she figured, and the dad is oblivious. Hadi anachukulianga huyu kijana loan. Okay. When you wanted to start a hardware shop, guess nani alimpea pesa? When they quarrel, he'd report her to her mom. And her mom will call her very angry. Mbona unafanya hivyo kijana?
Kijana wangu.
And then he'd have lunch with the mom. He'd go visit. Yeah. He'd go visit the mom without telling her. They'd be chatting with the mom. The mom would call him, you know. And it got fishy when she found her mom's bra in his car.
Fishy him.
Okay.
Fishy.
And now she started investigating.
What is my mom's bra do? Action.
Boys,
yeah.
The question was pulled. A picture of your ex has been found on your phone by your current girlfriend. Lie. Yeah, so it's the same scenario. The bra has been found, so lie about it.
But hata si ya mamako. Bra zo fanana.
It has to be a lie, believe.
Yeah, but no, mimi nakugeuzia. One time. Unamgeuzia tu. This was a present meant for you.
Dare you?
How dare you spoil my... Okay.
That's why.
Yeah.
No, nilikam kwa nyumba nikaona shit.
Nikarudisha kwa gari.
Ilikuwa nirudishe kwa shop.
Yeah, niwaambie wanipatie the right size. If it's a photo. Unamwambia nilikuwa atakuonyesha venye ex wangu alikuwa anakaa vibaya. Yeah.
The ex.
Yeah, I mean, check it. I got, when do you funza good taste, by the way? Self-deprecate. Self-deprecate.
How lost
I was lost. So, kwanza alafu unamchatia like, yeah, I forgot this, and there was a long chat that was to come with this about how much I love you and how I've grown. Look at how bad she looks. Look at yourself, mommy.
Nile picha ya kufanya your current affair.
Check. Unamwambia, hey, by the way, udema ananisumbua. Throw your ex under the bus. Udema ananisumbua. And then text your ex, check. Ukipigiwa simu. Act very accordingly. You know, and this is something about Nairobi exes. You always act accordingly if you're very honest about what is going on. You know, unamwambia cheki, see, it is what it is, kanaendanga hivyo, right?
That's so just the way it is.
You know, so akikupigia mwambie cheki, it was just nothing. Hata ni wako. Mi hata sidai. I moved on. I'm happy in a new relationship. He's all yours. I don't even want him back. Then on Sunday evening, but yeah, as we come to a conclusion of today's topic, what are your closing remarks?
My closing remarks would be, as a man, create as much distance
as possible
from your personal relationship with your folks.
Yeah.
And with her folks as well. And like I'm always saying, man, dirty laundry should be good.
Yeah. Joby.
That's it.
Yeah, just what HR said. Keep distance.
Is it stance?
Distance. Yeah, keep distance from your parents. I'll say toxic actually. Those are toxic parents who try to get themselves involved in a relationship. Hata labda marriage yako unashindango kusimbana na bwanako kila usiku kwa kitanda unakuja hapa kunipea advice. Atujui nini inaendelea kwa hiyo bedroom.
Na mimi sikuuliza.
So please keep distance, and also let couples also understand things to share with their in-laws, parents, and find a partner who also matches that, because you could be on that page but you find someone who's literally all about family, telling family all the business that it's just supposed to be between the two of you. Perfect example is the man who won a lottery. Then he told the wife, don't tell my family members or none of your family members. She told them. Then this man sued the wife. I mean, I told you not to tell them, so why did you do it? And I didn't see like he did anything wrong. He didn't do anything wrong, because I told you to keep this a secret, so why?
Akienda kureceive cheti.
Ati mimi pale sport pesa.
Ati na smile. Buda, mimi kwanza navaa ile suit ya astronauts.
Check. First of all, unakumbuka ile mask ya kwetu nani? Kane. WWE. That right there. Adina voice modulator. Nadina buy like high heel shoes just so that I mess
the same tone.
Checkies, everything. I'm trying to throw you off.
Quick question. Who was your favorite character on wrestling?
On wrestling? The Undertaker.
You?
Oh, that's so easy. Umaga.
Hey.
Rikishi.
No, listen. No.
Yeah.
Because anyone who mentions Rikishi, they all go to that certain.
No, it's not about that.
Yeah.
It's not about. And I liked how he was fast. So
to do what?
Like in the ring, that man for his size. For his size.
What size?
Chanatong. Apart from that, unakumbuka Mankind.
Yeah. But do you think like the wrestlers fighting
and
him
Guerrero?
Do you feel like they had to sign a waiver? When you're fighting Rikishi.
His finishing move. Oh man. Now you're there, just assy on your face.
Sweat.
But one of my favorites of all time was The Rock.
Yo, you see,
I
see The Rock, Dwayne Johnson.
Yeah.
Nowadays, very composed and calm. That man used to talk
smack.
Yeah.
Then there was Shawn Michaels.
Shout out to Shawn Michaels.
Yeah.
Hey, tulikuwa na chapot kidu.
Rey Mysterio.
Rob Van Dam.
Triple H.
Triple H.
Yeah. But
you don't remember?
He was such a bad guy in wrestling.
You remember Chapo?
Yeah, you did DX. Empire. And then everybody was trying to do the Shawn Michaels
thing.
Then
I love Undertaker.
Yeah.
For me, it started with Omega, then Triple H, then Undertaker.
Now me Undertaker
so my top three.
Chris Benoit.
Yeah, he played his character too good, man.
And then came Juzi mwenye anakuwa na tattoo iko hapa.
Roman Reigns.
Roman Reigns.
We know, man. So relax. Calm down.
Yeah. But an unsung hero of wrestling, Randy Orton.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that man's at KO. Yo, Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Yeah.
How do you forget?
I drink another beer. I'll drink another beer.
Oh,
and another one.
And another one.
And a Bloody Mary.
Man, Stone Cold was
and
bad.
there was this big one who used to walk with this man.
Mark Henry.
Mr.
He used to be heavy and atembea tu.
Big Show.
Tara Big Show. He had a big chest and alikuwa anakaa kuna mguu moja iko mbaya.
Black or white?
Kali.
Yeah, great Kali.
Great Kali.
Yeah. Slap your chest.
Man.
Unaingia Jahannam.
What?
Yay!
Sing a little bit.
Big Show here.
Big Show was
Where's
dope.
the Big Show?
Remember the time they sprayed him with, when they brought like a whole track full of poop? They sprayed that man with it. Man, wrestling Kitambo was unhinged.
It was
3
Was
p.m. KBC.
Yeah.
Every Sunday.
You know what the messed up
Wednesdays
thing is?
KTN.
Mtakwetu wind now.
Well, me.
That's
So
it.
me,
It
the
doesn't-
only time I used to catch Reso is when I'm going to the name.
My mom was fine.
Shout out to DSTV. Good times. You see what I was telling you the other day?
I know.
I was telling Jovi, check. Child me will be disappointed in me. So, my childhood was so fun. I can't even pay for that DSTV for myself. Okay.
What are your closing remarks?
My closing remarks. Look, keep your wife away from your father before she becomes your stepmother.
Oh man.
Okay? Keep your husband away from your mother before she starts treating, or he starts treating her, menopause. The heat waves of her menopause with proper heat waves. Okay? Keep the distance. His stance is different. Just because we live in a society that is loosely, we should overstep boundaries. Understand the value of boundaries and staying within the boundaries of your relationship. Don't overexert any particular relationship. Your parents, your friends, whatever. Understand where the border is, where the line is drawn, and stick to your lane. Shout out to Isigi. Anasema hatuwezi shinda na Triple H na Sean DX. That was, amuge shinda. Yo, like ungeona tu Triple H na Shawn Michaels. You're done. And he goes on to say na Bukati.
William Ras.
Yeah.
Shout out to Bukati.
Yeah. Bukati and the great Kali.
Katango.
Brock Lesnar at 18.
Brock Lesnar. Young Brock Lesnar.
Young Brock Lesnar was a beast. Yeah. But anyway, thank you so much.
Rey Mysterio.
Kuna mwingine akanga Mrashia.
Gani huyo?
Hawa kibundi kikubwa hivi tunatana.
Unakumbuka Bobby Lashley?
Bado niko kwa description.
I can't remember his name. I'm red. Naongeangi. Anakuwa na translator. Anaitwa nani, if you know? Let me know. He's always red.
Do you know this one?
He looks like a Russian, then he has a big body and it's a red body and a translator. Aongeangi English, anakuwa na translator. I think juzi. But amekaka kwa wrestling.
Unajua siku kaka. Mimi niliacha Rendioto nakiwa newbie. Yeah, but thank you so much for joining us today. This has been unataka kupatia RKO. RKO. Thank you so much for joining us and giving us your opinions on today's topic, which was parents being involved in their children's marriages and relationships too much. You can give us your opinions on the comments below. If you're on YouTube, if you're catching us on the radio, we hope that you enjoyed. Everybody on TikTok,
on the show page,
Sigi on the show page, everybody that managed to catch this, I hope you learned something and you enjoyed today's topic. It's been an amazing afternoon on the Black Hot Fire Network.
Shouts out, ciao, cheers, kwaheri,
much love.
Much love.